Today, we are starting a new segment called This or That Thursday. So, on This or That Thursday, we're going to be comparing two different machines of different caliber, of the same caliber, kind of all over the board to kind of give you an idea of what features you may or may not want out of one, if something is worth it to upgrade, maybe you want one for class, just kind of give you an idea of what other options are out there. The two machines we're going to be comparing today will be the Brother NS1750D, and we've also got the Brother VM5200. Now, they both are fantastic machines in the Brother lineup, but we're going to talk about what makes them different from one another. We're going to start with the Brother NS1750D. This machine, as you can tell, is going to be a little bit smaller of a machine, so it doesn't have as big of a footprint. That is really nice because it's really good to take to quilting retreats, to classes, and also, it's also a really great machine to teach your daughter, your grandchildren, or whoever you're working with on how to sew and or embroider. This machine does do both sewing and embroidery. If you go into sewing mode, you do need to remove the embroidery arm, but when you get into sewing mode, it has buttonholes, it has decorative stitches, it has your standard utility stitches, it has everything that you need at least to get started. On the embroidery side of this machine, something that I absolutely love, because I'm a big ol' nerd, is that it does actually have Disney designs on it. Brother has licensing with Disney, so on this machine you have your Mickey and Minnie, you've got Pixar characters, you've got your Disney princesses, there's all sorts of Disney designs already loaded on this machine for you to start with if you'd like. It does also have lettering, monogramming, all of those options for you as well. The hoop size on this one is only going to be about a 4x4 hoop, so it's going to be much smaller. And then you've also got a little clip-in to get the hoop into the machine, which is a little bit harder, but it's nice because it keeps it nice and secure for you. A couple other things that I like is that it does have your thread cutter, and it's also got your speed control. I tend to put pedal to the metal too often than I should, so speed control is a must for me. And then, of course, it's got a needle threader as well, which you just move that little guy right there and it will do it for you. From here, let's move on to the VM5200. Now, once again, the blaringly obvious one is going to be, it's a much bigger machine. So this one has about 10 inches of thread space in here. It also has a much larger hoop. So the hoop size on this one goes up to an 8x12 inch hoop. It does come with a couple of other hoops as well. Another thing that I like about these hoops too is that they're actually a slide-in mechanism, which makes it a little bit easier for you when you're switching hoops or rehooping for another project or anything like that. It just is a little bit of a time saver. Now, it does also do sewing. So when you go to sewing mode on this machine, it will actually park the arm to the side, and you don't have to remove it in order to do that. You can if you like, but you don't have to. It also, with that bigger thread space, makes it a little bit easier for quilting projects. But the size does make it harder to travel, so if you take it to classes and stuff, you are going to have to kind of lug a heavy machine with you. Another thing that I absolutely love, just like on the other one, is it does have your scissor button, your tie off, all of that, and your speed control. Have to have that in my opinion. But the needle threader button is just going to be that button there, where it works its magic for you. So, to compare the two machines, the 5200 is going to be much bigger, whereas the NS1750D is going to be a little bit smaller. We've got about 6 inches of thread space versus 10. We've also got a much larger embroidery hoop size on this one, about an 8x12 versus a 4x4, and this one will come with a couple of additional hoops as well. You also do have to remove the arm for this one for sewing, but this one can stay on for that as well. We do have Disney designs on this machine, and it's going to be a much lighter machine, whereas this one will not be preloaded with the Disney and will be a bit heavier for you should you want to travel. All in all, they are both fantastic machines, and I totally recommend that you come and check them out. They are fun to play with. They will have a lot of cool features for you when you're looking. And then, of course, on This or That Thursday, we'd love to compare other machines. So please, if you have any machines that you would love for us to compare, please comment below and let us know. And I'd also like to hear which one you would be interested in on these two machines. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe to us. We'd love to have your input, and I hope to see you next This or That Thursday.